how dads are with their princesses. I think that you and your daughter have the same love-hate relationship that my husband and my daughter have. She flicks him off. I said, do not flick off your dad in front of public. She goes, but he knows I'm just messing with him. I'm like, I don't care. Do not flick your dad off. Oh, Lord. That's going to be fun. I don't know what you're thinking of doing, but I have access to cow patties and goat poop and rabbit poop
What? I
and
dropped 26 seconds last time. Did you know that? My time was 7 minutes.
yes.
No, 26 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I think we could put him with an adult that he can work with. Do you know anybody out here sitting down so far? Chris.
Bro, you really want to go to the Olympics already?
Topher
You're only
to
10.
table,
That's not
Topher, 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 Christopher.
It is. Kid Olympics is not. Yes, it is. Junior Olympics.
He's
Where's it
flirty.
at? Quad A is Olympic time. Where's it at? I don't know. I just remember my mom said
Oh, I understand.
only a couple of kids ever.
Can we? He's very smart. Can we use 12-year-old? It's timeless.
They don't.
Okay.
No, 20 seconds is like quad A because every 20 seconds.
Okay. All right, we're getting ready to start. I need one more timekeeper. I do need everybody for event 1 to be ready behind the timers at your lane. Event 1, that is mixed 100-yard medley relay. I have 2 heats. I need y'all to be in order behind your lanes.
Probably came from the east. Now we're from the north. That's 11 cows.
Okay, Russ, just be careful and don't trip on the wires. Please don't. I can catch you going this way, but I can't do anything that way. Got insurance. Sweetie, next time, don't go through here. Go all the way around, okay? Because we've got too much electric stuff and you'll get shocked. Drip that water. Same thing. Don't go through here. You have to go all the way around, sweetie. We've got too much electrical stuff here. Do you still need one? 3 minutes and counting, and we still need one more timekeeper. I just need one person to come and help time at lane 1. Need to fill that seat so I can get one timekeeper, please, to come and help, and then we can get this going. Also, please remember, do not walk. If you are unauthorized, that means you swimmers. Do not walk over here in this area where I am, because you're either going to be on YouTube, like candid on YouTube, or I'm gonna pick up your sneeze or something, or you're gonna drip water on electrical stuff and we're all getting shocked. So please don't walk over here if you are a swimmer or you are unauthorized. Thank you. Oh, good, they don't see me. They see Russ, they don't see me. I know, it's fine. Go ahead. We have less than a minute until starting time. I need a timer on lane 1. If you were thinking about it, just get up and do it. Come on. Need one more timer. Lane 1, please. I don't know if drinks from outside are allowed here, but I snuck mine in. I just need my caffeine, please. I was like, oh, I don't have to be there till like a little before 1. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little more unhealthy than that. But I'm not swimming, so thank God. Are you volunteering the time? Are you here on 1? Thank you so much. Great, we have our timekeepers. Okay, so first event that we are going to have, and this is like a new thing for us because we are streaming live. We are on YouTube. This is really neat. Your names are coming out like you're in the Olympics. So parents, if you want to, you can go on to our site on YouTube Live. You can get with me and I will give it to you in between races. But for now, welcome. I hope y'all are ready. Swimmers, are you ready for some swimming? Yeah, loud. Come on, swimmers, are you ready for some swimming? Y'all don't seem very enthusiastic today. Okay, event 1, mixed 100-yard medley relay. We have heat 1 of 2, NRST on 3, STSS is on 4, and HPAC is on 5. Whenever you're ready, Russ. Is it not on? Swimmers, take your marks. And they're off. Woo, we got some that have a really long slipstream there, and they come right up. We're head to head. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And the next swimmers are in. Come on, keep it up. Third leg. And we have HPAC in the lead currently. Come on, NRST, got to pick that up. Let's go. Come on, swimmers. Heat 2 should be in the background waiting for their turn. And there's the final stretch on 1. Here we go, go, go. Okay, good job, swimmers. Heat 2, mixed. Heat 4. Oh, sorry. This is heat 2 of 2. Mixed 100-yard medley relay. Swimmers should be in their places. Up behind them should be heat 1 of 6 for the mixed 50-yard freestyle. And we're off. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember this is mixed, so we have different age groups that are competing in this, but they are really keeping it up there. Really good, fast backstroke. And now we have some of them on the second leg. Woo, look at that breast. Lane 4, MICS. It looks like it's a really good breast there. Most of them are getting on the third leg already. That's the fly, and then we finish up with the free. And don't look for the meal now, real quick. Woo, good jump. And it looks like we still have one more out. We got to finish up that last leg. Lane 8, we're coming. Come on, HPAC. And that was a great job by the swimmers. Thank you so much. Awesome relay. Now we're going to go into the mixed 50-yard freestyle. We have 6 heats. Swimmers, please remember, I need heat 1 and heat 2. Heat 1 ready at the timekeepers over at the block, and then heat 2 right behind the timekeepers. Okay. Giving the kids a few minutes. Well, the kids are definitely prepped. I see some of them working out. You can probably catch that as well in the background of our video. But we are preparing to have our freestyle come out. 50-yard free. That's a very intimidating category there. I mean, on our heat sheet, we have 6 heats. Almost every heat is full. We have 5 heats that have 8 people, and then we have 2 more after that. What is that? 42 kids swimming the 50-yard free. That's a lot, even for a small exhibition. And they're trying to get everything organized right now. Got to get the little ones up. And she looks excited. Sasha, lane 3. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Are we ready? 50-yard freestyle. We do have mixed first heat with 3 kids that are going to be swimming right now. 3 swimmers, lanes 3, 4, and 5. And we have a false start from lane 4. We're going to restart that. We're going to call that for a redo. Let's try this one more time. All the excitement. Here we go. These are the little ones. We have Sasha in lane 3 from HPAC, and she's swimming at 5 years old. We have Melanie in lane 4, and she's with HPAC. She's 8. And then we have Jalissa, who's our 12-year-old, the older one, and she's in lane 5. But look at little Sasha trying to kick right there. She's moving it. Here she comes. She's coming. She's pushing. First 2 swimmers are done. Come on, Sasha. You've got this. Look at her go. Great form. Stretch those arms. Good breathing. That's right. And you hit that. Good job. And now we're going to have heat 2. Heat 2 should be up on the block, ready for their whistles. Heat 2. We had 2 of them get off really, really well. The outer lanes seem to have a little bit of a delay trying to get off the block, but they're really swimming. The kicks and the strokes are really taking it for them. And there's the flip turn, and now we're heading back. And it looks like, let's see, looks like our lane 5 is taking first, followed by lane 4, lane 3, and then lane 2. Moving into heat 3 of 6 for the mixed 50-yard freestyle. In heat 3, we do have 8 swimmers, so our lanes are full.
Take your mark.
Swimmers are off really good dives with this crew. We're getting into some of the older kids, and now we're seeing some of the ones that have a little bit more technique. And geez, they're keeping it head to head. Let's see who makes it out on this flip turn.
Me either. I quit 3 months. I got my
And here they come. Ooh, this is going to be a really good, tight race. Let's see. Come on. Awesome job. this is a really good one too. Okay, now we're coming into heat 5 of heat 6. Had a little bit of a delay there, just realized a delay difference in our technology, but we're working around that right now. This is heat 5 of 6 for our 50-yard freestyle mix. Like I said, people, this keeps getting a lot better because you can see these kids as they get older and you go into the older divisions, you see more technique, more drive. The kicks are different, the splashing's different, their slipstream's different. They streamline very, very nicely. And we're gonna have the fourth lane. That's Matthew Garcia from STSS, and he's gonna take first in that heat. Swimmers, please remember that if you win your heat, you also get a cupcake. Your cupcake can be picked up behind the blue stand over here. So you can get behind the blue stand, it's behind lane 1, and you'll be able to get your cupcake. For this heat, it was Matthew Garcia. And now we're gonna go into heat 6 of 6. This is the final heat in the mixed 50-yard freestyle. And now we're on heat 6. Heat 6 is going to be the fastest one. See, in swimming, it's kind of different. It goes by your seed time, so it's like initial time. It's like an average time or like the most common time from the last meet that they did. Some of these swimmers have been swimming year round. Some of these swimmers have taken off the last 5 to 8 months. So seeing them come in that hot, that close, and that was a good race. Lanes 3, 4, and 5, and 6 looked like they were just competing against each other. Really good team championing right there. Okay, next event is going to be event 3, mixed 50-yard breaststroke. We're going to be starting with heat 1. I need heats 1 through 3 all ready behind your lanes. Heats 1 through 3 for the mixed 50-yard breaststroke. Please be ready behind your lanes. Wait, we're not ready. Yeah, this is the 50-yard breaststroke. 50-yard breaststroke. We should have lanes 2 through 7 filled right now for the heat 1. If we're missing your kids, I need to know. Lanes 2 through 7. On lane 2, are you Chidas? That's her name, Gio? Gio? Right? Okay, we got Gio. Oh, we're good? We're good? Okay, full teams, here we go. Heats 2 and 3, y'all should be ready in your lane behind the timekeepers. we go. So this is heat 1 of 3, the mixed 50-yard breaststroke. These kids, it looks like Gio is the youngest one in lane 2, and he's only 7 years old, swimming for HPAC. And then we have 11 and 12-year-olds. That's pretty much this class. Pretty good swimmers going here, and they're coming back. Here they come, and it looks like our 11 and 12-year-old from HPAC, which are in lanes 6 and 7, Aaliyah and David. And they are going to be taking this heat. Woo! Way to go! Great job, great heat. David Escamilla, don't forget to take your cupcake. And now we have heat 2 coming up.
Hey.
We have a quick hold. I'm told we have something happening on one of the pads. We're going to take a quick timeout. Take a break. Swimmers, relax. So while we're waiting for our volunteers and coach to try to fix lane 5, I'm going to let you know we have a few teams here. This is an exhibition, so there's only two or three actual full teams. We have HPAC, which are the team in Alice, the Alice swim team, and then we have NRST, that's from Cal Allen. STSS is here, and then the one that we have that is mixed, that one is Coach Mix team, her kids that she brought, which usually swim over at the natatorium. So we have kids from all over the Coastal Bend area that really try to get together, put something on with their team, try to push themselves. It's a very difficult activity, swimming, because these kids have to practice their breathing. Some of them have some different disorders. Some of them have issues with bone structure, and doing this swimming is really, really great because it helps the kids out, and they get to practice being physical and staying fit at the same time as not overstraining themselves. And it looks like they got that pad on 5 fixed, so I think we're good to go. Don't cross between here, sweetie.
Let me clear it off.
Got it?
Now we own 2 pools. We own the Calaudan and we own Alice. Now we don't. Well, actually, we kind of do, but the Tigers are zoning. Well, actually, they are because they never left.
We're good? Okay, and we're going to go ahead and start back up. So I need heat 2 for the mixed 50-yard breaststroke ready. Heat 3 should be in your lane behind the timers. Heat 2, full lanes. We do have full lanes on this one as well. The kids are doing their breaststroke. Breaststroke's kind of difficult because of technique. These kids have to practice getting this stroke legalized before they can actually swim it. And I tell you, it takes a lot of muscle memory in order for these kids to be able to do well with this. They're going, they're pushing it. We are mixed right now, so some of these are girls, some of these are boys, different age groups, but it looks like lane 3 is going to take this heat, Joaquin Garcia, and that was a good one. Swimmers are swimming a little bit slow today. That might be because the water is warmer than usual. They usually swim better on a cold weather. For some reason, that cold water gets them. And now we're going to continue with our heat 3. This is the final of this event. And it looks like there was an issue with the goggles, the swimmer's goggles on lane 8. Where is our lane 6 and 7 swimmers? And we are off. Lane 6 and lane 7 are empty right now. I'm not really too sure why, if those swimmers decided not to swim. I know I'd seen them earlier, so we're going to have to find out. Some of these swimmers have signed up for some of the events. Some of them are in 5 or more events, so sometimes it kind of gets a little bit tiring. But it looks like these kiddos are doing really awesome. Our swimmers in lanes 4 and 5 are just about neck to neck. And it looks like number 4 is going to win that one. We've now finished with that event. We're moving on to event number 4, the mixed 500-yard freestyle. This was going to take a few minutes, so I do need all of the swimmers that are going to be doing event 4, mixed 500-yard freestyle, only one heat. Oh, yes. That's a lot. Yeah, they're going to be doing all those flip turns. After a while, they get confused. They kind of lose track of it, don't know how many flips they've done. I know it, but I'm very glad that they have the counters for them. This is going to make it so much easier. Yeah. I know how it goes. It could be confusing. Okay, so the 500, this type of swimming is all about endurance. We only have 6 swimmers that are swimming. This is mixed 500-yard freestyle event 4. All right, so you're seeing many different ages up here. On lane 2, you've got Liam McCloy. He is from HPAC, which is here in Alice, and he's 10 years old. In lane 3, you have Gavin Lopez. He's 14 years old, and he's from mixed teams, so Cal Allen area. In lane 4, you have Nicholas McDonald. He is an unattached, and he's swimming separately. He's 22 years old, so it's a different category. Ivan Garcia is in lane 5. He's 13 years old. He's swimming for mixed team out of Cal Allen. And the last 2 that we have in lane 6 and 7. Lane 6, Isabella Escobar, 12 years old, and 7. Zian Rogo, he's 13, both swimming for HPAC.
This is definitely a race about endurance. For every 100 yards that these swimmers have to swim, they're going to do 4 laps. That's starting at the block, going to the bullhead, coming back to the block, and back to the bullhead. So, and they're doing 500. That takes a lot of endurance, a lot of breathing, a lot of stamina. For the most part, these swimmers are practicing endurance racing, endurance swimming. And when they do a warm-up or they do their practices, they're looking at 200 yards, maybe about 4 times just to kind of get it going. Some of them will swim continuously for 8 to 1,200 yards just to see how long they can keep going on the breathing and with the same tempo. So this is some really good racing. You're going to see them tired. We're going to be here for about 5 minutes watching them going back and forth. That seems to be the lowest time that we have, but definitely something spectacular to watch. Seeing swimmers travel that much and take maybe 1, maximum 2 breaths in a lane, just trying to pace themselves. Really amazing competitiveness. Also, folks that are online, if you're watching, I just want you to remember that you could also go and download on your Android or Apple phone the Meet Mobile app. It does cost, but it's very low. It's just an annual fee, and you will have access to see all the swimmers in the area. You can see all the competitions that are coming up, all the meets, different events. You could even highlight your favorite teams, and you can also save your favorite swimmers so that you can continue watching them as they go through all their events. And you don't necessarily have to be there. So Meet Mobile, M-E-E-T, Mobile, M-O-B-I-L-E. I am not endorsing them for any sponsorship because I don't get it for free. I do pay for it. But I'm letting you know because it's a really neat app and it does help keep track of your favorite swimmers and your favorite teams. And that was the bell for the final lap. That's a final lap on our lane 4. It looks like that's Nicholas McDonald. He's a 22-year-old going a little bit faster than the others. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, we are coming to the end of event 4. I am going to need event 5 to be ready. Event 5 will be the mixed 25-yard backstroke. So we're going to have 2 heats, and I need those 2 heats ready behind their lanes. Thank you. Also, we're going to have a brief pause in between these 2 events, events 4 and 5, just so we can have our timers and our counters all back to where they need to get to. Are we?
Okay, it looks like our break is over. We've got everything clear. We are going to get ready with the mixed 25-yard backstroke. There's our 2 heats. So 25 is a one-way. Timers, you're going to have to get these kids coming from the bullhead towards you. And I think we're ready to go. Okay, in this first heat, we have 6 competitors swimming the backstroke. This is 25-yard backstroke. Rather quick, not very long in racing, but still a matter of being able to swim with the right technique. And these kids are doing really great. Awesome job. And now as we prepare to go into heat 2, just to let you know a little bit about the backstroke. Backstroke rules are a lot different. While you're swimming, when you come up to the pad, if the child turns over, the swimmer is only allowed that one stroke with their hand. If they take a second stroke, they're disqualified. So it's kind of hard timing that, but the kids have to remember. And we have full lanes on heat 2, so this is going to be fun. After this, we're going to be going into the breaststroke. While we have a small delay, we'll just go ahead and talk to you a little bit more, making sure we're getting these kids all together in the right lanes, and we have everything ready so that they can hear us. And they are off. So we have this final heat in the backstroke. 8 swimmers coming across it, getting pretty quick. I think our quickest one. Let's take a look at lane 4, Matthew Garcia. And there he is with a time of 16.68, whereas his seat time was 15:36. Yeah, they're swimming a little bit slower, but still really good for their event. Still taking home that first in the heat. Next up, we're going to have event 7 and event 7, 8, and 9. I need y'all to be ready at your lanes. Event 7, the mixed 200-yard breaststroke. And then I need event 8, the mixed 200-yard butterfly. Followed by event 9. Those are 3 heats. Get ready. The mixed 100-yard IM. Y'all be ready in the background. I need butterfly and breaststroke now. Event 7 and 8. As y'all are getting ready, swimmers and coaches and parents, please remember we do not have a ready bench right now, so we are calling our swimmers by events. as best as possible without getting overcrowded up here behind the block. So if you could have your swimmers ready and prepared, follow along with the heat sheet. We appreciate it.
That's him. That's him. I promise. That's the kid. There was no event 6. That's what got us screwed up. So they're going back to back. Okay? No, they should be okay.
Okay, our apologies. We did have a little bit of a mix-up with the heat sheet. We do have event 6 missing. Event 6 should be mixed 200-yard backstroke. So I need event 6, 200-yard backstroke at the blocks. And then behind the timers, we'll have event 7, the mixed 200 breaststroke. And behind them, event 8, the swimmers for the mixed 200 butterfly. So if you're swimming the 200 backstroke, that's what we need. For everybody on the live, please bear with us just a moment. Like I said, this is an exhibition, and we're trying to get everything to run as smoothly as possible. Okay, sorry for the confusion. We don't have an event 6 because nobody signed up for the 200-yard backstroke. Swimmers for event 7, please come up to the block. There should be 5 of you. Event 7, mixed 200-yard breaststroke in lanes 2 through 6. And the swimmers are off. Again, I am sorry for those of you that are online that are watching this. This is an exhibition. It's our first time. We will get much better as we continue to stream these events live. And it's actually going to be really, really neat because the software that we are utilizing right now for these events is the same that they use at Olympic competitions, which is going to make sure that we are able to track so many more stats for these kids as well. So swimmers, we're definitely going to get a really great breakdown. You're going to see some interesting changes over the season. It looks like lane 4 with Ivan Garcia, 13 years old, swimming for Coach Mix's team from Cal Allen, is in the lead at the moment, but we are still watching. Now, these swimmers do have to remember the fact that this is the breaststroke. The breaststroke and the butterfly are 2 of the most difficult strokes, and it's very easy for you to mess up on the stroke and get disqualified. There are a number of reasons that can also include the way your arm is bent, the way you breathe, the way you kick, maybe the way that you turn away from the wall, because most of the time when these kids are doing like a back or maybe even a freestyle stroke, the swimmers will do what's called a flip turn in between laps, and that's so that they can quickly and efficiently utilize the power of the water and cut through it so they can take off some of their time and be able to get into the next lap through the lane. But in this case, they are not allowed to. They have to swim this
and they can't do any of the flip turns or anything, so they're adding a little bit of time. So we do have to account for that. But these kids are definitely some great swimmers, definitely some really good technique going on here. They are timing themselves perfectly. It is a 200-yard breaststroke, and that can be very tiresome. So I have to say we have a really good race going on right now watching these swimmers take this on. And it looks like Ivan Garcia ended up finishing already. That was lane 4. Just under 3 minutes. And that puts him a little bit slow, but kids are still taking off some of their time, and they are swimming really great. We're going to go ahead and move on with the next event. You want me first?
All right, here we go. 2 swimmers. Event 8, mixed 200-yard butterfly. The mixed 100-yard IM, those 3 heats need to be ready.
Two swimmers. Masha, who is in lane 4, and Isabella in lane 5. Both girls, 12 years old, swimming for HPAC out of out of Alice, sorry. These girls seem to have a pretty head-to-head seed time, like within 3 seconds of each other. So let's see if the water temperature or, any recent training has helped these girls to one-up the other. It's going to be a really nice, close race. And we're definitely going to be able to see that butterfly take its toll after a while. But these girls, gosh, their body structure, the way that their back is, they are definitely doing very well. The streamline, the transitioning from off the block back and into the water, off the wall, back to the wall, definitely getting it. If you look at that spread, the spread that Isabella has in lane 5, very beautiful. She's definitely arching, definitely bringing in those arms so she can grab that water. She's just pulling it back. And you just see some excellent technique on this swimming style. What the butterfly is one of the most difficult styles for you to swim, but at the same time, it is one of the most beautiful and technical. So something that you can definitely enjoy. Let's watch these girls take it on. strong. And a beautiful two-hand push right up on that pad, that time pad. So these girls did really, really good. Still almost head-to-head, I think about a 3-second difference. Really good job for the two girls.
Okay, now we are moving into event 9, the mixed 100-yard IM. Masha and Isabella, good job out there. You girls are amazing. Beautiful butterflies. All the swimmers have been doing a great job so far. We're so proud of y'all. Absolutely no DQs. Okay, so mixed 100-yard IM, and we have 3 heats. I need heat 1 to the block, heat 2 behind your timers in your lane, and heat 3 behind heat 2. Please be ready. Swimmers, give us a minute. We're trying to get everybody up there.
We're getting ready for these kids to take off with the event 9. This is the first heat of 3 with the mixed 100-yard IM. It's definitely mixed, all the boys. There's only one girl who is in this heat, and that is Madeline Hernandez, and she is a new swimmer for NRST out of Calallen, and she is coming in as a transfer from Portland. She will not be counted in this heat against the boys because they are mixed, so it's a different event kind of. Her time goes separately since boys and girls are usually separate. We just put them mixed so we can get more lanes occupied. But this is the IM, so for the IM racing, the kids have to do 4 different strokes. And the IM is called the individual medley. It's where the swimmers have to swim the 4 strokes in order. It's butterfly, followed by the backstroke, followed by the breaststroke, and then the freestyle is what the ending is. So usually the swimmers are like fly, back, breast, free. That's the quickest that they can say it. They seem to be going in very, very well so far. They are on the 3rd stroke. They're doing the breast, and then it's freestyle, and we will see if these kids can turn on the gas. Definitely trying to get them to shave off some time. Boys are doing really good. Looks like the boys from, let's see, we've got lane 2 and lane 4 taking first and second. Lane 4 took first there. That was 11-year-old Zachary Ramirez from HPAC, and it looks like his time did shave. Holy wow, that kid shaved off about 8 seconds from his time, and that is a good swim. We have Madeline came in at lane 3. She's going to be 4th in the heat. Definitely got her shaving off some time, almost a full second on hers. Yeah, this was a quicker one, so we did really good. Everybody took time off. That was a really, really good race for them.
Really, really good first heat. Everybody shaved off time. Great job, swimmers. And now we have heat 2 for the event 9 mixed 100-yard IM.
Again, we have another mixed race. There are 3 girls in this one. The rest of them, the 5 are going to be boys, all around the same ages. This age group, the youngest we have in this heat is going to be in lane 8. That's Aaliyah. She'll be swimming. She's swimming for HPAC, and she's 11. I'm sorry, we have a 10-year-old in here too. Let's take a look at lane number 6, Felipe Escobar, 10 years old, swimming for HPAC. Majority of these kids are on HPAC team. So we have a 10-year-old Felipe, 11-year-old Aaliyah, and everybody else is either 12, 13, or 14. So we have a good spread around here. Let's see if they can do it. And it's a super race on that freestyle, that last stretch. Ooh, and we have first place in this heat going to lane 1. That was a good time, 1 minute, 19.9 seconds. Lane 1, Joaquin Garcia definitely took off about 11 seconds from his time. Good job. Okay, another heat full of 8, and it looks like the only ones that we have that are 15 years old on here. We're gonna see Cade Riley in lane 2 and Wally Madeline in lane 3. Male 15 and a female 15. Swimming for Coach Mix and for HPAC, which is here in Alice. So got some pretty good kids coming up to race here. Good swimmers. The older ones usually get to be a little more aggressive and a little more competitive, and they're very picky about their techniques and the way that they do their strokes and their breathing. They have already been set in a certain way, so you can see that in the consistency of the way that they swim. Looks like lane 4 is coming in. That's Gavin Lopez from Coach Mix, 14 years old, and he's going to take first in this heat. Amazing job. He ended up shaving off about, oh no, he added about half a second, but still really pushed himself.
And a great job by our swimmers. That was the last of that heat, heat 3. Thank you very much, swimmers. We're moving on to event 10, the mixed 100-yard butterfly. We have one heat for that one. I need event 11, the mixed 200-yard freestyle, 2 heats. I need y'all to be ready behind your lanes. Next up on the block, we have 2 swimmers for the mixed 100-yard butterfly.
Two completely different children that are competing in this event. This is the mixed 100-yard butterfly. Only 100 yards. They're going to go there, back, and then they're going to be done. But we have Masha, who's in lane 4, the 12-year-old female from HPAC, which is here in Alice. And then we have Dennis Yazvin, and he is in lane 5. He is 9 years old, also swimming for HPAC out of Alice. And definitely doing really, really well for his age division. And here they come. They've completed half of it already. So another there and back, and we're good. Oh, look at him going. He's really going to give Masha a good run for her money on this swim. Could say that she's accidentally adopted a stepbrother who is in the lane next to her trying to compete against her, and he's doing a good job of keeping up with her.
Great job, swimmers. Okay, that was Masha and Dennis. Awesome job on 100-yard butterfly. Next up is event 11, the mixed 200-yard freestyle, heat 1. We will be using lanes 3, 4, and 5. And then we will have heat 2 behind your timers.
And we're off again with another endurance. This is 200-yard freestyle. Our swimmers, it looks like we only have 2 swimmers, both girls, in lanes 4 and 5. Apparently we're missing the male that was supposed to be swimming in lane 3. But the 2 girls that we have, lane 4 is Ava Hernandez, lane 5 is Madeline Hernandez. Ava is 12 years old and from the Alice HPAC team, so she's a banana slug, while Madeline, who also goes by Maddie, is 13 years old and she is swimming for NRST. But I don't know a whole lot about all the girls. I know Ava has some really good times. She and Maddie's seed times appear to be very close to each other, but I do know, being a little bit biased and knowing Madeline a little bit more personally on a personal level, that Madeline has not swam for the past 8 months, specifically because of the fact that she had a misdiagnosis with a injury in her spine. Plus, she also has juvenile, which is now idiopathic, rheumatoid arthritis, and so she took off about 8 months for the winter session. She wasn't able to swim, and now she's ready to get back in there. She should be healed. She had a tear on the cartilage that was around her L1, but it looks like that may have been solved after the 8 months of rest. So we're just seeing her come back in here and seeing how she does with her breathing. And like I said, this is an exhibition, so these girls are just trying to get themselves some really good times and a little more practice. But it is difficult that some of these kids, you know, they swim and they try and they try out and they practice and they work really, really hard. And it's a very invigorating sport. There is so much that you could always be doing just to improve something. That even goes as far as tweezing a hair off of you for a little bit of the water direction. Maybe it'll tear off a split second or something. You might be able to shave it just a little bit. But these kids definitely, the swimmers are giving their full heart. Ava, she seems to push. Like I said, she has very similar times to what Madeline has. Madeline, I know, has been swimming for about 8 or 9 years of her life now, going from multiple teams and sessions. And now Ava is giving it her gas, and she is going up there. She knows what she's doing. She saved it for last, didn't lose time on her laps, and amazing finish by Ava and incoming Madeline as well. Really great with Ava and Madeline. It looks like both girls may have added a little extra, and I think we might have an issue on the lap. Give me 1 second, folks. Come on, Madeline, keep going. Push it. Give it your gas. Give it your all. Madeline's still trying to push herself. Like I said, she had been out for a while, and this is her first time coming back and doing the endurance. Got 6 swimmers in this heat. This is heat 2 of 2 on event 11, the mixed 200-yard freestyle. Another race all about endurance. As soon as this freestyle is done, we're going to go into some freestyle or additional events, shorter events. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we will come back shortly after. Great job, swimmers. Heat 2 of 2. That was the finals for the mixed 200-yard freestyle event 11. Next up, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Just give us a couple of minutes, about 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to get into event 12 with the mixed 25-yard freestyle. I have 3 heats on that, so we need those 3 heats to be ready. water does work better for these kiddos. Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and get started. We're looking good then? Okay, if I can get everybody's attention back, we're going to go ahead and get started again. Event 12, the mixed 25-yard freestyle. We have 3 heats. Heat 1, there are 3 swimmers. I need you 3 swimmers to be ready. Heat 2 and Heat 3, behind the timers in your lane.
Take your mark.
Good job, Sasha. Way to finish.
And now we're going into Heat 2. The 7 lanes should be full. We should have them ready at the bullhead. And there they go. Ooh, we have some that are really trying it head to head right here. And there we go. Winner, lane 4. Yep, lane 4. Caleb Ramirez, 9 years old, out of Alice for HPAC. Now we'll get ready for Heat 3.
I need event 13, mixed 50-yard butterfly. There are 3 heats. I need heats 1 behind your lanes, behind the timekeepers, and ready. Heat 2, Heat 3, be on standby.
Heat 3. Take your mark.
Heat 3, and it looks like we are going to have only 6 swimmers instead of 8. So we had 2 that did drop. Nope, I'm lying. We do have all 8. Here we go. And they're going at it, and I guess we could just call it a lucky lane 4. Jose Morales, age 11, swimming for HPAC. That's Alice, and he's going to win first in that heat. Good job.
All right, that's the end of the 25-yard freestyle. Event 13, the mixed 50-yard butterfly. Heat 1 to the block. Heat 2 behind your lane, behind the timekeepers. Heat 3 behind Heat 2, please. Are you thumbing up to me? For Heat 2, for lane 2? In lane 2, right? Okay. Yeah, but it's lane 2. Yeah, that I was just. Ooh, we have an add-on.
Take your mark.
I don't know if we want to call that a false start. Yes, we do have a false start. And that is going to be, looks like David Escamilla in lane 3, and that's for HPAC's Alice. It's a very big deal, people, for these swimmers to follow all the techniques and to make sure that they go off at the right time. When they stop, they use either one or both hands. Really important for them to follow all the guidelines of the stroke itself, because it's very easy to get disqualified if you're not doing the right thing. And with this one, that would be considered a false start for David Escamilla, which we are sad about, but he's still doing a really great job swimming. We're now moving on to Heat 2. Heat 2 for event 13, mixed 50-yard butterfly, and we should have full blocks here. It looks like we're missing. Oh no, here we go. Full blocks. This is the butterfly. You're going to see some beautiful swimming here as we get to the older groups. And there they go. Some of them went a little too deep, but overall, really great job. They're all pretty close being head to head. So beautiful. And they're fixing around. They're making that turn, coming back. And we are going to see who our winners for this second heat are. Ooh, coming in pretty hardcore with a beautiful fly. It looks like Mia for Coney in lane 5, and yes, Mia is 12 years old, swims for STSS, and she just took home first in that heat with 36.49 seconds. She shaved off 5 seconds and did an amazing job. Really good day for Mia, especially considering the fact that we've heard from some of the swimmers and this water. Allegedly today, swimmers were swimming pretty slow. Mr. Nicholas from a 22-year-old that we had swimming the 500 endurance freestyle, he ended up calling out to one of the timekeepers and one of the counters, making comments saying that it's really warm, it's really hot, and it's kind of sluggish, and the water feels kind of thick. But these swimmers are still trying to cut through it, still trying to shave some time there. And we had a late start on that one, but still doesn't count as a disqualification. So this is the final heat for the 50-yard butterfly. As soon as we're done with this heat, we're going to go into the mixed 200-yard IM. So again, we're doing the IM, but it's going to be double the time because the swimmers have to do 50 yards for each stroke instead of 25. And it looks like our top 2 swimmers here for this last heat are going to be lanes 4 and 5, right head to head. Ivan Garcia and Wes McIntyre both swimming. We've got Ivan at 13. Wes is 15 years old. They're both for Coach Mix, and definitely did add a little time to that seed, but still bringing in first and second. That was the end of event 13, mixed 50-yard butterfly. Next up, we have event 14, the mixed 200-yard IM. There are 6 entries, only 1 heat. So I need everybody for event 14, the mixed 200-yard IM. And then on the ready, I need event 15, event 16. Event 15 is the mixed 100-yard backstroke and the mixed 25-yard butterfly. Really good off the block on that one. These we have in the mixed 200-yard IM, pretty similar in age. On lane 2, it's Jonah Doolin. He is from Coach Mick's team, and he is 15 years old. In lane 3, we have Dennis Yasvin. We've already seen Dennis kind of hit up a little bit in some of the events. He's 9 years old, like I said, swimming for Alice. Masha, we've definitely seen her. She's been going in and out. She's 12 years old, swimming for Alice. We also have Gavin Lopez in lane 5. He's 14, swimming for Coach Mix. And then Annika in lane 6. and she's 13 years old, and Zion in lane 7, he's 13, both swimming for HPAC, also out of Alice. So a good group here, the youngest of which is Dennis at age 9. And like I said, this is the IM, so it's an individual medley, so they're still swimming the different 4 strokes, but they're doing there and back 1 stroke, there and back another stroke, there and back another stroke, and there and back the final freestyle stroke. So we get to watch them. After the 200-yard IM, we are going to be going into the 100-yard backstroke, followed by 25-yard butterfly. All of these are mixed, so we do have boys and girls swimming, and it just helps us get everything collaborated a little bit better, and everyone gets to swim together and make it quick, and you don't have any like empty slots or anything. So it does make it a lot easier to run a meet when you do mixed. For those of you out there that are interested in learning more about swim lessons, anything that has to do with competing on the swim team, or some of the private lessons that you can get, or other trainings that you can receive, you could definitely leave a comment on this YouTube video, and one of the coaches or one of the swim volunteers will definitely get back to you on that. We try to find a good place for your child to go. It isn't too much of a drive for the parent. Some of our parents do drive very, very far. I know for the longest time, I was commuting over an hour for my daughter to be able to swim. Now it's only about 20 or 30 minutes. So it's a little bit easier. But if you definitely want to give your kids a shot at doing swimming, making some friends, being able to travel, definitely give us a shout out here on our YouTube video. You can comment, and we will absolutely get back to you and get somebody, one of the coaches, to give you some information, because summer is coming up. And it's a really good way to keep your kids involved over the summer, keep them in shape, let them have fun, and they get to stay in the water. Next up, and at the block, should be event 15, the mixed 100-yard backstroke. At the ready, we need both heats for event 16, the mixed 25-yard butterfly, at your lanes behind the timekeepers. And we're off. We have 6 swimmers, event 15, the mixed 100-yard backstroke. All the swimmers are from Alice except for swimmer in lane 4, Wes McIntyre. He's from Coach Mix. In lane 2, we have Aaliyah. She's 11. We have Bella in lane 3. She's 13. I already said Wes McIntyre. He's the only one from Coach Mix. 15 years old, and he's in lane 4. We have lane 5 is Masha. She's 12. Lane 6 is Micah, who's 14. And lane 7 is Eli, who's 11. And we are more than halfway done with this meet, ladies and gentlemen. We are on event 16, and we have 22, so halfway marking point. So we are getting there, running very smoothly, just trying to get these swimmers to get these times, exhibition times. Very important for them. It helps them to be able to watch themselves go back, and they're going to be able to outperform at the next meet that we get to host like this.
Okay, next up, event 16, the mixed 25-yard butterfly. I should have heat 1 ready.
Take your mark. Swimmer stand. Stand up, swimmer.
Got to get the swimmers to all stand on the bullhead, get them to get into a relaxed position as they prepare. Strictly a 25 yards, so not a whole lot
Take your
going.
mark.
And we are off heat 1 of 2 for the mixed 25-yard butterfly. This is event 16 out of 22. Almost through on this one, and there is Sasha with her touch. As soon as the swimmers clear out the area, we're going to be moving back on to heat 2 of the same event, 25-yard butterfly.
Take your mark.
And here we are with heat 2 of 2 in event 16, mixed 25-yard butterfly. All these kids definitely giving themselves a good run. Ooh, and I'm telling you, it's that lucky lane 4. Something, I think if I'm going to swim again, I'm going to go back into lane 4. I'm hoping that with my age and my lack of physique, that maybe it will give me some good luck.
Okay, great job. And we just finished up the mixed 25-yard butterfly. Next up is event 17, the mixed 100-yard breaststroke. We have 2 heats. Heat 1 should be at the block. Heat 2, please be ready behind the timekeepers at your lane.
Event 17, the mixed 100-yard breaststroke. Heat 1, we have 4 swimmers. Four swimmers and 1, it looks like a right in. Okay, no, we have a little issue on lane 1. Hang on. And we're going to hold for a minute.
Is he a right in? This one right here for lane 1. This kid that he was trying to go right here. Is that his name? Okay.
Okay, and we're good. We do only have 4 swimmers in this heat. It looks like they're all, yep, they're all from Alice, all the banana slugs. Looks like their times are pretty close to each other. We have Armand, who's in lane 3, and he's 10. Zion, he's in lane 4, 13 years old. Ava is lane 5, 12 years old. And Aaliyah is lane 6, 11 years old. So some pretty good times also. It looks like these kiddos are pretty close to each other as far as timing goes. So we'll see them, depending on how the water affects them, either slightly speed up, slightly slow down. I'm telling you that lane 4, it's just a winner. Lane 4 is a winner. Here it comes. And there it goes.
What's up? I'm sorry, but lane 4 seems to be the winning lane out here. That's what I'm saying. I'm older. I'm not as physical. I'm going to go into lane 4 just so it can give me that little extra bump. I need any boost I can take to even remotely get across these 25 yards.
Lane 4 is the fastest. Yes, it's got all that water coming in the middle, and it's just taking it. Temperature changes. We have some magic water in lane 4. I think that's just its own magic reservoir of water in that one center space. Yes, and lane 4 comes in. That's Zian. His time on that. He shaved 9 seconds off. Way to go. Awesome job for Zian. That water didn't super affect him. And all of our banana slugs are back. And now we'll go on to heat 2. Heat 2, 100-yard breaststroke. Definitely a much more versatile age division. So we have 12-year-olds and up coming in here. In lane 1, we have Elijah, 14 years old, swimming for STSS. We have swimming for the Alice Banana Slugs, Anika in lane 2, Masha in lane 3. Anika is 13, Masha's 12. Nicholas McDonald is back in lane 4, my favorite lane, obviously the lane for the elderly, but he's 22 years old, so I'm not going to call him elder. I could be his mother. Here we go, and they are definitely cutting through that water right now. Upon completion of this heat, we are going to go into the 100-yard freestyle where we have 4 heats, and some of this gets get a little more competitive. I think the 100 is definitely one that it's doable for the short distance and the long distance swimmers. So definitely does help the swimmers to be able to come together on a median. So we're going to see how that shows up here soon.
Swimmer off the block, please. Off the block.
Event 18.
Next up, event 18, the mixed 100-yard freestyle. We have 4 heats. I need there to be a heat ready behind the timekeepers after each heat goes up. So heat 1 at the block, heat 2 behind the timekeepers, then you'll have heat 3 behind the timekeepers, and heat 4 as the next heat goes up. So 4 heats, event 18, mixed 100-yard freestyle.
Okay, so they are off, and there was definitely a large impact in that dive off the block, so we're just kind of watching them go. But we have our first 3 in heat 1 of 4 for the mixed 100-yard freestyle. This one has Emily from STSS, and she is 12 years old, swimming in lane 3. In lane 4, Caleb Ramirez, he is 9 years old, swimming for HPAC, that's Alice. And then out of Calallen, 11-year-old Alston is swimming in lane 5, and she is absolutely going to be head-to-head with Kayla because they have like a very similar time, unless Emily ends up taking off some of her seconds, and they are definitely staying with each other right now. Woo, these kids are going. Wow, Caleb, 9 years old, the only one swimming from Alice in this heat, and the only 9-year-old swimming against girls that are at least 2 years his senior. Okay, and then we have Allison coming in at first in the heat, followed by Caleb, followed by Emily. And we're going to go on to heat 2. Definitely some great swimming from these kiddos. They're doing a great job today, really just trying to complete the race. That's all you could ever ask for. Yep, everybody loves that freestyle one. It's one of the first ones that they end up learning, and they do not forget that one very easily. These kids definitely swim their hardest, and like I said, the 100-yard freestyle seems to be anything that's like within the 100 yards in your stroke seems to give these swimmers an opportunity to come head to head a little bit more on a level playing field. When they do 100 yards, it's a really good balance, a good median spot to compete between swimmers that are short distance and long distance specifically. It's where all the endurance comes together, and that seems to be a really good spot to take on your swimmers and see how they do stacking up against each other, like who's going to be better in the below 100, who's going to be able to go on to the over 100 yards, the bigger endurance races. And first in this heat is going to go to lane 8. And since we had a ride-in on lane 8, so I don't have a name for that swimmer right now, but we will get that for you.
Okay, Gavin, Marcel, the only place is heat 1, lane 8.
Currently preparing for heat 3 now. Heat 3 still perfectly full. We are in a pretty big script. This is going to be ages 10 through 14. We do have a good mixture, a few boys. We have some of our same swimmers that we've been seeing over and over again. Ava Hernandez back in lane 3. Madeline Hernandez back in lane 8. Let's see if she can do better on the 100. Like I say, this is where you really can stack them up. Taking first in this heat is going to be, like I said, lane 4. Oh my gosh, I'm just telling you, lane 4, that's the lane to be in. So that's going to be Elijah Marquez, 14 years old. He swims with STSS. So he took first in that heat. Again, like I said, this is mixed, so we do have the kids being separated into their events for their finalized results, which will come at the end of the meet. But for now, you do have them in mixed divisions. are bringing everybody in for heat 4. This is the last heat of this event, event 18, mixed 100-yard freestyle. We're going to go into the mixed 50-yard backstroke next.
Take your mark.
Beautiful off the block. Like I said, the further down you get on those heats, further to the end, the quicker you're going to get on times, and the better you're going to get on ages. The ages just increase, and you have some really great physique, some really great techniques that they're doing. They're really pushing themselves. They're breathing. Oh my gosh, just look at them go. Woo, speeding through. Look at those flip turns, like those feet synchronized. Guys, y'all got to be watching 4, 5, and 6. Those lanes are really getting in there. That's a competition. 4, 5, and 6 appears to be Coach Mix, Wes McIntyre. Coach Mix is Gavin Lopez in 6, and then HPAC, that's Alice, that's Jose Morales. And yeah, definitely there is a competition, and we had them come back in first for this heat is lane 6, Gavin Lopez for Coach Mix, 14 years old. And it looks like he shaved off 0.2 seconds. Really good swimming there. All right, we're going to give a couple of minutes for the swimmers to get out. Next up, we have event 19. This is the mixed 50-yard backstroke. We have 3 heats. Again, I need heats 1, 2, and 3 ready. Heat 1 should be at the block. Heat 2 and 3, be ready behind the timekeepers for your lane. Heat 1 has 7 swimmers in it. Now I'm just going to tell you right now, we've got, it looks like these kids are coming in. Elijah Marquez, Madeline Hernandez, couple of them that didn't get very much of a break, and these swimmers are just swimming back-to-back events. Get our swimmers already in their correct position in the water because they go on their back. Oh, beautiful form coming off of the block. It's just amazing to see them, the way they stretch out and they have to stay above the water. For me, I probably would have sunk a long time ago, but these are professional swimmers here, and you got to respect that about these swimmers. They definitely do take this seriously. They do put in a lot of time. They try to eat healthier. It's amazing, the physique of these swimmers. So it looks like we have a lane 8 right in that ended up taking first for the heat, but I'm going to see who comes in next. And it's lane 6. Lane 6, Elijah Marquez, swimming for STSS. Definitely these kids match up pretty well here. A lot of good swimming, different age categories and groups, but still a good match up by these kids. And I feel really bad for people like Elijah, swimmers like Madeline, who have to swim multiple heats back to back, don't get much of a break. We'll see if we can try to catch one of the swimmers coming off of one of the events and kind of ask them a couple of questions while we have heat 2 going on.
Take your mark.
Okay, and heat 3 is off. All of these lanes seem to be full. We do have one swimmer with us right now. I'm called in. I was able to catch one of the swimmers going behind me. Madeline Hernandez, age 13, swimming for NRST. Maddie, can you just tell me how it feels going from one event straight back to the next event. I know you and Elijah, there's another swimmer, Elijah, y'all had to swim back to back. How does that work with your breathing? Do you get tired more? Do you getting gas? How do you prep yourself?
In backstroke?
Well, going from one event to the next event with not very much time in between to rest.
I mean, you can breathe more because your face isn't underwater.
That's true. Okay, so I guess it wasn't really that big of a deal.
It really wasn't.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good luck on the next events.
Heat 3. Take your mark.
And that was the end of the 50-yard backstroke, the 3 heats. Thank you very much, swimmers. Next up, we're going to be getting events 20 and 21 underway, but just give us a couple of minutes and we'll be right back with you. Okay, event 20, mixed 25-yard breaststroke, 2 heats. Heat 1 should be at the blocks. Heat 2, be behind your timekeepers in the lanes. This is the event 20, mixed 25-yard breaststroke. I need event 21, both heats for the mixed 50-yard IM kick with fins to be on standby.
First heat of event 20 mixed 25-yard breaststroke. We have 3 competitors in this heat. Vicky in lane 3, age 8. Sasha, our little 5-year-old, swimming for Alice in lane 4. And then also swimming for Alice, age 11, Zachary, and he's in lane 5. Moving into heat 2. Heat 2 has a full lineup. We're waiting for all of the swimmers to get ready, trying to keep them relaxed as we wait for the rest of the swimmers. Should have 8 total, all swimming off the bullhead. And we just got the all clear sign, so the swimmers are getting ready to take off. This is heat 2, event 20, mixed 25-yard breaststroke. completes heat 2. Winner of heat 2 in this one is going to look like lane 6, Zian, 13 years old, only for Alice.
And that is the end of the 25-yard breaststroke. Next up, we have event 21. This is a 50-yard kick with fins. So y'all get ready. I kind of want to jump in there. Reserve lane 4 for me, please. Okay, well, if Caleb's in lane 4, we all know who's winning this heat. Lane 4 is special, Caleb. There's like magic pixie water in there or something. I don't know. Boy, look at them go. Ah, yes, I absolutely want to do this. I want to do this event. What do you think, Jack? Do you think we should have more events like this for us? Oh, they are just zooming. Look at Caleb go. That looks like fun. I want to go in there. Absolutely. Go, go, awesome. Woo! Check it out. Look at the little speeders. Great job. I think it's the coach's turn. Yay, and we get to see this again in heat 2. And there they go, those little fast swimmers. I think these are all Alice, all banana slugs. It is the race between the banana slugs. We have definitely got the best swim meet right here. Oh my goodness, it looked like so much fun. Did y'all have fun? Swimmers? Yeah, all the banana slugs? Lots of fun for Alice. Okay, we are going to take a quick break before we start the 100-yard freestyle relay. And this is event 22. It's our last event. So quick break, and then we're going to get our relay teams all up here and ready to go. Over there, please. In case those of you that are online accidentally see a swimmer swimming across lanes, we were trying to retrieve a fin that I guess just the NOS kind of took it a little extra further and it made it to lane 6. So we're just trying to get that out real quick. And we will be taking this quick little break before we get going with the remainder of our 100-yard freestyle relay and the last event of our meet today.
Still taking a small break, ladies and gentlemen, on the live. So I know that we are a little bit ahead of schedule. We did have kind of a short, it's an exhibition meet. We had a small amount of people, more than what we thought, but definitely less than what we normally have for a regular meet. So we are getting things prepped for this final event, and that way we can make sure these kids get taken care of and get scored away and get our results in. So we do appreciate you staying on the live with us. We would like some feedback if you saw anything that could be improved, or even the announcer. No offense taken if you think that I could be replaced by somebody better, but absolutely do want to get some feedback on how this live went. If you think we should have some music, something to do in the background, or if you thought that maybe we needed more breaks, maybe we needed the heat sheet available separately, anything that you think, please give us that feedback. You could also reach out to one of us specifically through the messages. So if it's a comment like just for one person, you could do that. We have our main coach. We have our volunteers, main assistants and stuff. The gentleman that you keep seeing off in the background that is wearing a yellow and green cap, walking around in a white shirt and some jeans, and he's the one that keeps doing the start times and stuff. That is Russ. He is our starter. My name is Bianca. I am your announcer. And then our main coach and coordinator, you could thank Coach, we have Sarah, and then it was, let me get his coach's name because I don't want to give you, Coach Kondo. So we have Coach Kondo and we have Sarah. So if you need anybody, just say in the messages, at Bianca, at Russ, at Coach Kondo, that's Kondo with a K, Kondo, or at Sarah, and we will definitely get back to you. We do need the feedback. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. Event 22, the mixed 100-yard freestyle relay. We have 2 heats, so we should have heat 1 on the block. This is the mixed 100-yard freestyle relay. So these first teams that we have, and we try to get them around decent age groups, but sometimes it's got to put all the kids together. So like this team that we have for this relay in lane 3, that's Alice's. You will see little Miss Sasha, 5 years old, swimming, and she's getting ready to take off on, there she goes. That's lane 3 with Alice, HPAC, and those are the banana slugs. Lane 4, you have STSS. And their kids, it looks like they have 3 11-year-olds and 1 10-year-old, definitely practicing for an all-women's in that division. We also have in lane 5, it looks like NRST. NRST was a little bit short. They only have 2 swimmers, and each swimmer is swimming 50 yards to make up for the lack of the additional swimmers. And yes, folks, you can swim multiple legs. Try not to have swimmers over swim, but sometimes, they just want to have fun. They want to swim a little bit extra, which is why we had the NRST team go ahead and only use 2. And here comes our final heat for this meet. Heat 2, event 22, the mixed 100-yard freestyle relay. Definitely a lot of teams. We have full lanes.
Take your mark.
Okay, so swimming in lane 1 is HPAC. Swimming in lane 2 is STSS. Lane 3 is HPAC. Lane 4 is Coach Mix. Lane 5, we have HPAC again. Lane 6 is another HPAC team, and lane 7 and 8 are all HPAC. So majority of this looks like it's the Alice Banana Slugs. It's a banana slug takeover. But lane 2 and lane 4, we have different teams, and that's STSS and Coach Mix. So let's just watch these kids go. Lots of different age groups here, a little more standard for them. It looks like we have ages 8 and up in this heat, but majority falling around 10 to 14 years old, so it's a little bit more well-rounded. I do see a lot of great swimming, a lot of good cooking, definitely some splashing. Here we come. Whoa, look at number 1 come in. Lane 1 was zooming. That was a zoom kind of, that's called giving it the gas, people. And that was done by Madeline, lane 1 for HPAC. Madeline Walney, she is really quick on giving it gas. And that seems to be the end of our meet. So we can wrap this up. Okay, that is a wrap for our meet. Thank you very much to all of our volunteers who did assist us. It does take a village to help these kids get to have their dreams come true. Swimmers, y'all did an amazing job. Very proud of y'all. Congratulations to every one of you. Y'all did a great job. Got really good times, something to focus on. And parents, if you could please go on to the stream. If you see anything on our live and you feel like it could be better in this department or that department, or you like something, please give us a shout out in the comments. And please make sure that you give us some feedback. We could always use it. This was an exhibition run for the new software, and we appreciate y'all's patience with everything. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.